Triple H might be the cerebral assassin. He may have tried to take out a lot of guys. He may have tried to kill a lot of people, but he doesn't kill the ratings. In fact, he was in the highest rated quarter for this Smackdown. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Time for another quarter by quarter hourly ratings breakdown. And once again, Triple H, just like on Raw, was responsible for one of the highest rated quarters. And this week's SmackDown, he was actually in the highest rated quarter. And this comes in a week where we've had some absolute nobody on AEW called Will Ospreay call out Triple H, call him out, bruv, talk about him grinding on the boss's daughter. No, maybe Triple H has put all his grinding in on the gym, and that's why he's got a body of an actual world champion, unlike fucking Will Ospreay, who is just an indie guy for life. But here, enough talking about Will Ospreay. He doesn't deserve the 15 seconds of fame that he got on Fog Wrestling on a WWE video. So let's just move straight in to the SmackDown ratings. We kick off the show. Quarter 1, 8 o'clock to 8:15. AJ Styles versus LA Knight. And we start with 2.391 million. Probably the lowest start to a SmackDown in possibly a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah, it's quite poor showing here. I mean, they've actually started with the main event match, in my opinion.
Yeah, the number one contender match. You would expect this to draw. I mean, your main feud for the title should be doing the best numbers. That's why those guys are in that position. I mean, you should be the highest drawing guys, the most popular guys, the most over guys are the guys that should be going for the world title. But I just don't really feel like LA Knight and AJ Styles are really delivering. But they start off with 2.391 million. We then go into quarter 2, which was 8:15 to 8:30. We got Styles versus Knight continued. We got a recap of the Bloodline angle. And then we got the Triple H live promo where he dished out new belts. And this went up 2% to 2.437. And it was the highest rated quarter of the show. Also got a decent spike in the quarter by quarter. 18 to 49 demo. And it went up 6% in that as well. So Triple H, whenever he's involved, people tend to tune in. And like, I mean, if I wasn't watching it, if I was on Twitter and I seen that Triple H was on, obviously we do watch it because we do this shit, but if we weren't watching it and you seen that, oh wait, Triple H is on SmackDown, you would be more likely to turn over and just check out what he's got to say.
Of course you would, and that's what happens when you're a draw.
If McMahon, obviously if McMahon was on now, like, people would definitely be tuning in. But anytime, like in the last 10 years, anytime McMahon's been scheduled for Raw, we've always been more likely to go, I might check out Raw tonight, might watch Raw tonight.
Absolutely. But, you know, sadly, I think with Triple H now, it just feels like every time it comes, it doesn't feel important, but it is still the game. It is the cerebral assassin. He's lost muscle mass, but he doesn't seem to lose ratings.
Don't get me wrong, he's not doing anything. He's
just starting there.
He's got nothing to offer. I mean, these segments have been shit.
Yep.
But he's been there, and, you know, it is what it is. I mean, see, when you're over, you don't even need to do anything. Just
being there is that.
Yeah, being there's enough. Quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45. It was Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. The promo continued with the belts. Then we got Naomi doing a backstage promo. And then we get Offers of Pain versus the Street Profits versus New Catch Republic versus Legado del Fantasma. No surprise that this went down 3% to 2.366 million. 8:45 to 9 PM quarter 4, we got the continuation of that Fatal 4-Way match, and again, no surprise that this lost another 5%, now down at 2.255 million. So we've essentially lost 200,000 here since this Fatal 4-Way match began.
Yeah, I mean, that's shocking numbers. I mean, that's a lot of numbers to go down here, and again, but you've seen it before, though. You've seen these 4 fucking tag teams feud before Mania. What's fresh about it?
Even if we hadn't seen it before.
Well, no, I know, but it's even like the Styles LA Knight thing. It's like, we've just seen it. It's like everything on the show is repetitive. It is.
Anyway, quarter 5. 9 o'clock to 9:15, we get the continuation of AOP versus Street Profits versus New Catch Republic versus Legado del Fantasma. Then we got a Bayley promo backstage. And then we got a Bloodline angle which featured Heyman, Solo Sikoa, Kevin Owens and Tama Tonga and this went up 7% in the viewership. So it went from 2.255 million to 2.414 million, and it went up 7% in the key demo from 805,000 viewers to 865,000 viewers. So it is fair to say this quarter went up, and it wasn't because of the continuation of the Fatal 4-Way match, because the Fatal 4-Way match had just lost 200,000 viewers. It went up because of the Bloodline, and whether we like the Bloodline, whether we think the Bloodline is as good as it is, or whether we think it's overrated, I mean, I don't think there's any doubt now that the Bloodline is one of the more popular things in WWE, and it's one of the segments that draws the most.
No, they are, and I mean, if you look at that Smackdown, it was like the only interesting thing that happened. You had a bit of blood, you're actually like a parking lot beatdown. If you were to pick one thing to tune into, it would be that. Or the Triple H thing, because you had Triple H.
But when we looked at, on the Smackdown, the ratings video that we uploaded, when you look at the 2 highest viewed YouTube clips from this week's show, it was the Bloodline segment, and it was Triple H dishing out the belts.
Yep.
And then you look at the 2 highest quarters, you look at the 2 highest viewed quarters with the ratings, and they're the segments that contained the Bloodline and Triple H. So I think it does go to show there is a correlation between viewership with the TV ratings and numbers with the YouTube clips. We've always said this, we've always compared the two, and I think this is proof.
Yeah, it is proof. More often than not, they don't lie. The numbers don't lie.
Right, speaking of numbers, on the YouTube clip, the least viewed clip from Smackdown was Carlito versus Santos Escobar. That was the least viewed YouTube clip. Then we move into quarter 6, 9:15 to 9:30 PM. We had a Heyman and Aldis backstage angle. Then we got a Santos Escobar promo. And then we got Carlito versus Escobar. This lost 7% in viewership. It was the biggest loss in viewership throughout the show, and we went down to 2.251 million. So not only was it the lowest viewed clip on YouTube, it was the lowest viewed segment on SmackDown.
Cool. Not very cool.
Not cool at all.
Apple's being spat out everywhere. No wonder though, I mean, Carlito, they've done the guy such a disservice.
No, but some people are saying, oh, YouTube clips don't mean anything.
They do.
Viewership don't mean anything. Oh, it's just, it's not, it's luck. You could stick anybody in that quarter. But what is it, Mike's World? Oh, CM Punk got lucky. Stick anybody in quarter 5. Well, it's funny that CM Punk's in the highest rated quarters, and his videos are always the highest rated on YouTube. Is it a coincidence? Are people just randomly clicking on the Punk shit by accident? I mean, what's happening here?
Yeah, I mean, what is happening here? But the less said about Mike's World, the better. Let's move on. There could have been an easy fire back in there, but I'm not going to do it. So let's move on to the next one.
Alright, let's move on. Quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 PM. We get the continuation of Carlito versus Escobar. Then we get Damage Control doing a little promo with Bianca Belair and Cargill in the stands. We get a Cody Rhodes promo, which I believe was pre-taped. I don't think he was there. And then we get the beginning of Bayley versus Naomi.
Tell you what though, I could have bet my house that Bayley and Naomi could have lowered the ratings.
Well, they didn't. It went up 1% to 2.2. Yeah, but you got to keep in mind, it's coming on after Carlito and Escobar.
So it has to go up.
Well,
so I'd be homeless then?
Pretty much, aye.
Aye, pretty much.
So there you go, that goes up 1%. And then quarter 8, it was the continuation of Bayley versus Naomi, and then the post-match with Tiffany Stratton. In terms of quarter change, it actually didn't go up because it wasn't enough to put it to 1 full percent, but it did go up 7,000 viewers. However, the demo lost. So the demo actually went down 3% viewership. So it's strange. Last quarter, viewership went up 7,000, but the demo went down 23,000. So overall, people between 18 to 49 were tuning out, but people over 50 and over, or people under 18, were staying on to watch it.
I know, but you're saying people under 18. If you're under 18, you can't really get cable, can you? You're going to be... See, I don't understand how that works, by the way.
That's a fair point, but anyway, why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is? I'm not too sure, man. No, see the 18 to 49? It is the biggest load of pish ever, man. Because you could be 22 watching it on your parents' cable,
And they could be
who are in their mid-50s or 60. Therefore, you're going to be in that. No, see, leading into that, it's a load of fucking shite. I'm sorry, it is.
So you don't put too much weight into the demo?
Yeah, no. Focus on the ratings. See Jericho and Meltzer. The only reason they pretended to focus on 18 to 40 because they were doing alright in it. See that they're not now. Who cares? No, it's the biggest load of fucking shite ever, man. Why does it matter what age demographic's watching it?
Well, I always
you'll never be able to tell who's watching.
Well, Meltzer always used to talk about how they care, that they don't really care about the people that aren't in that category. And I remember Vince Russo turned around and said once, well, Dave, that means that first of all you're not important since you're 60. So AEW and Tony Khan and Jericho don't give a shit about you. And second of all, what is the difference between a 49-year-old and a 50-year-old?
Exactly.
Dave was talking about...
A 49-year-old can relate to a 50-year-old more than 18-year-old.
Yeah, Dave was talking about, like, advertisements, and that's why they care about that, because of the advertising during breaks and stuff, and that the advertisements tend to be catered towards 18 to 49, but, like, what really is going to be advertised that somebody at 49 would be interested in, but somebody at 50 would be like, nah, hell no.
Exactly, man.
You know, it's strange to me. I think if the demo had a smaller range in terms of age, see if the demo was 18 to 25, do you not think you can make a bigger deal out of it? Because you're targeting a smaller range of people? A smaller age of people?
No, yeah, but I agree. But what it would need to be, I think your demographic, I think it needs to be changed. It needs to be like 18 to 29, then 30 to like 45 or something, well, like, 45 to 59.
Like when you
look at such a fucking age difference here.
Like when you look at YouTube, like they split up your viewerships by age into like 7 different demographics.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. I mean, come on, this is a load of shite. I've never got the 18 to 49.
Yeah, I just don't understand why people like 48, 49, like, why are they more important than a 51, 52-year-old?
No, because, right, see an 18-year-old, the average 18-year-old is not going to be in their own house with cable. That is pretty much factual.
Aye, I'd say so.
So, therefore, I mean, see from, like, yeah, you want to appeal, you might appeal to a younger audience, but see if you're appealing to a younger audience, I would say more often than not they would be over the 49 category. Because they are the parent of the person that's watching it, and therefore it's their cable.
But also, most...
No, but how does the ratings determine who has the cable package? How the fuck does it even process that? Where do they even pluck this rating from?
Most times, though, the viewership and the demographic, they do kind of align with each other.
Yeah.
It's very rare you would get, like, a big increase in the viewership, but a massive loss in the demo.
Yeah. Normally,
if you get an increase in the demo, you're getting an increase in the viewership and vice versa, but there is a few times where it doesn't really add up. Like I said, this final quarter is one of those times where the viewership went up 7%, 7,000, sorry, but the demo went down.
You want to know something that confirms this, right? No matter what rating you look at, whether it be the start of the show, the middle, or the end, you're looking at about a 1.4 million difference. Sometimes 1.6, 1.5. So that means more like 2/3 of the people watching this are over the age of 49, which I think's bullshit. That obviously means it's their kids or someone younger in the house watching it. I'm not saying if you're over 50, right, you don't watch WWE, but more often than not, it's going to be the kids. Would you agree with that?
Well, according to the ratings, the majority of the people, so the majority of the people watching wrestling,
2/3 of the people watching over 50
are either over or under.
Yeah.
But is that not true? Is that not people that were watching wrestling when wrestling was good, and now they just happen to be older?
No, yes, you could argue that. But the attitude there is 20 odd years ago, which means if you're 49, that puts you in your early 20s. Again, but you would if you're in your early 20s and the attitude there, you're probably using your parents' cable. So
you don't think it really matters?
No, I think the 18 to 49 is a load of shit.
I would bet though that the further we go, the longer we go, I think the demo will begin to get lower. Because I think fans will just get older, and I don't believe that WWE are creating new fans at a quicker rate than the older fans are dying, or I don't know.
Fucking hell, alright.
Stop watching.
No. Fair enough.
So there you go.
That's where we're going to leave it. Smackdown quarters. Nice wee bow. Let's see what the demographic looks like on Saturday, so.
No, but like I think cool kids would have grew up watching the Attitude Era and liked it.
Yep.
I think cool kids today don't want fuck all to do with wrestling. It's all nerds. That's the truth, though. That's a fact.
I agree.
I mean, see if you look at teens that like wrestling now. I bet you they're not cool or whatever cool teens are.
Like the baddies.
You know, so I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one.
I remember being in school though, like when you were in primary school, everyone talked about wrestling. See, as you got older, no one talked about wrestling. So what's that tell you? It got fucking worse.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it. Yeah, but when I was in school, man, fucking you were trading tapes.
Aye.
I was dating Dave Meltzer. Not quite going underground into the Blockbuster to look for the Japanese tapes, like, but you know, people would bring in tapes and you'd be like, oh, here's this paper for you, go and watch it.
Aye.
He'd lend you the tape. Anyway, that's it, guys. Catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.